what is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video. And so today we're going to be talking about the announcement, big announcement for the Neon Genesis Evangelica, new rebuilt dub. Quite interesting. It's a quite interesting cast. But it has a happy ending for people that like the OG original dub, because they are bringing back 4 actors from the original dub. So that's pretty good. That is a pretty good deal for people that wanted the cast back. So 4 actors are coming back, but we're gonna go over obviously for the redub. So first and foremost, Amazon got the rights to this dub for the rebuild. Now, the rebuild for Neon is basically a different universe from the anime version, from the original anime series, as well as the movie that goes with the anime. These movies are like a different universe altogether. So we got to put that out there, which is why the licensing are different. Different Japanese companies work on them, different control, and whatnot. But for anybody to know, the first 3 rebuilt movies, because they're coming out with the 4th one, which I guess won't be going to the movie theaters, which I think is a mistake by Amazon. Obviously, Amazon wants to do stuff streaming, but they just acquired MGM about a month ago, so obviously they are interested in the movie theater concept, because why would they purchase MGM if that was the case? I think they should put it in the movie at some point, but probably won't happen. But anyways, so for anybody that doesn't know, but I'm sure you do if you are, if you're following anime or you're following or a fan of the series, basically Netflix got the license to the anime series. They basically casted or recasted the English OG actors and redubbed the entire thing to make it more of a literal translation to the Japanese, which again causes a lot of problems for English culture, because some things might not mean what they mean in English. So it does cause a lot of problems, but there are also a lot of translational problems that people also didn't like one of the dialogues where they basically said the guy was not in love with Shinji, but like instead, which in the '97 version they said love. In the new version that Netflix did, they said liked. They continuously defended this, and a lot of people from the LGBTQ community did not like this. I do know that. There was a big outcry about that. Point being is, the Netflix dub was universally not liked. I'm not saying that there weren't people that didn't like the Netflix version, but most people that liked the Netflix version never watched the original dub. And if you never watched the original dub, then obviously there's a reason why you're going to like the Netflix version first, because that was the first one you watched. But if you watch both series, 9 out of 10 people preferred the original. That's pretty much been something that I've noticed from everybody. But the rebuilt version, the first 3 movies, like I said, was dubbed by Funimation, but they are being redubbed, as well as, of course, the 4th movie is being dubbed by Amazon. And we're going to get to the casting right now, because it's quite interesting. I don't think this has ever happened before. I've never seen a title be changed over with so many different actors in a long time. I guess Dragon Ball Z would probably be the first, because obviously Dragon Ball Z had their English cast, and they also had the Canada English cast for television purposes. But this is going to be quite interesting, because now you got fans from the original fan base, and then you got people that watch the Netflix series version that are probably upset about the OG cast coming back for this. But I think this was the right thing to do. For anybody who doesn't remember, my last convention I went to back in 2009 in September, before COVID-19, because COVID-19 hit literally right when I was about to start going back to conventions. Literally that Saturday I was going to go to a convention, and we got locked down on Thursday, I believe it was. So the last convention I went to was in September of 2019, and I got the privilege to meet Tiffany Grant, who was the original Asuka, and will be the Asuka once again in this version for the rebuilt series. She is coming back to redub the first 3 movies that she already dubbed, and she'll be in the 4th movie as well. So that's going to be quite interesting, because I will like to see what different dialogues they're going to add for the characters compared to what the actors that are coming back for this dub are doing differently than what they did before, and as well as the actors that are replacing other existing characters from the original dub. I am curious to see what they're going to be doing different. So there are going to be 4 people coming back in total. You got Spike coming back. You got John Swan, who's playing Gino. Obviously Tiffany Grant, I think I said her already. You got Allison coming back. Tiffany Grant coming back to being Asuka. And Spike obviously coming back to being Shinji. So they're coming back, but most importantly, Rey is going to be voiced by Amanda Wynn Lee, who is the original Rey in the original ADV English dub for the original series. She was not Rey in the original dub of the rebuilt series, though. They had Bryn Palcian to voice that character. Sorry if I said her last name wrong. I probably said her last name wrong. But they had her do that for the first 3 movies. Now, her voice was kind of very close to Amanda's, but obviously a little different. But I think it's quite interesting that they're doing that. Now, Mario Malin, who was voiced by Tina, who was the voice of Mikasa. She is, for anybody who doesn't know, she was the voice actor of Mikasa. She will not be coming back to redub the character for her character in the rebuilt series, even though she dubbed in the first 3 movies. So that is kind of where the change is here. Um, Pretty much most of the Funimation cast that was involved in the first three movies are not going to be involved, with the exception of the OG actors who came back to reprise their roles in the Funimation version of Rebuild. Um, and then the actors who replaced some of the OG actors um, roles that didn't come back for the Funimation version, they are being replaced. Um, Now, with Tina, who's the voice of Mikasa, or who's the voice actor better known as Mikasa, she voiced Mario Melon in the rebuilds. She it's quite interesting because her character obviously was not in the original anime series. Her character was in the rebuilt exclusively. Um, so maybe that's why they're recasting her. I don't know for sure though. From the looks of this production, it seems like it was recorded in LA. Um, but it's going to be a non-union production. Because which is probably cheaper for Amazon anyways. But um, obviously the fans wanted the OG actors back. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what happens. I am happy that they got the main cast back, especially Tiffany. As you guys know, I did an interview with Tiffany Grant on my, or if you don't know, I should say, it is on my voice acting channel, Frank the 3VA. I did do an interview with her one-on-one. I was wearing my Goku cosplay. It was about a 6-minute interview. And it was not a long interview. It was my first ever one-on-one interview. I was quite nervous, so, wasn't the best, but I did the best I could. It was very good, and also I have my Q&A panel. I'm going to put all the links in the description box for you guys looking. Again, this is from September of 2019. It's quite interesting because they got Tiffany Grant coming back as Asuka. And I'm very happy for her for that because she was highly convinced she was never going to be Asuka again. Like, she literally said she was never going to voice the character. She said she probably was never going to voice the. She wanted to voice the character again, but she said that she was probably never going to voice the character again because of the way everything was at that time. Now, when I heard Funimation wasn't getting the fourth movie, I was pretty much sunk into believing that that's probably it. And that pretty much will confirm that they're not bringing ever the OG actors back. But then, when I heard Amazon got it, I was like, but Netflix didn't get it. That was my first reaction. I was like, well, Netflix didn't get it, though. Amazon got it, but Netflix didn't get it. So, and on the original article I read, it did say they were going to have a dub because someone had told me in my Discord that, they don't really dub things. But on the thing I showed him, I was like, yeah, but it says right here that they're dubbing it. They're going to have a dub. So, so there was already confirmed that there was going to be a dub, but we just didn't know who it was going to be or who the people were going to be. So when it was on Amazon, here was my mindset when it was announced for Amazon. It was like, okay, it's not Funimation, but it's not Netflix. So I'm thinking, okay, well, if they're not giving it to Netflix, then like, that was where my mindset was thinking, is like, if they're giving it to Amazon and not Netflix, then that tells me that they did not like the people that dubbed the Netflix version. Because why would you give it to someone else? If, You know what I'm saying? You should just give everything to one, license. Like, obviously, that makes the most sense, like, for consistency. So that was where my mindset was thinking. But obviously, there could be other reasons too. But that's usually the first thing you think of. And of course, I ended up being right on this because they brought back the original cast. Now, just because they're bringing, I want to put this out there too. Just because they're bringing back the original cast does not mean the dub is going to be great. We don't know. It could be great. It could be like Netflix, where they're doing a literal translation that a lot of people did not like about the dub. So I don't want to fully get people's expectations happy for this, because just because they're bringing back the original actors doesn't necessarily mean the dialogue isn't going to be good. You know, the original 3 redubbed movies might end up being a better dub overall in terms of the dialogue. We don't know until we see it. But at least we're getting, most of the original actors back. Something tells me Something tells me Amazon really only cared about bringing back the original actors, because I believe this was done in LA, because a lot of the new actors for some of the new characters, especially for Mario, the voice actor, I was like looking up her bio. She's from LA, so I was looking at some of this cast of some of the actors that are coming back that are new voice actors that are in this movie, outside of the OG actors that are coming back, and they're all from pretty much LA. So that could be. It doesn't mean necessarily they couldn't have gotten Tina back, but it seemed like they were mostly focused on just the ADV actors, because again, they could have just easily brought back Bryn to be Ray, again, rather than have Amanda Wynn Lee come back. But instead, they brought Amanda Wynn Lee back to do it. So it's quite interesting. It'll be interesting to see what they do for this movie. I probably will be able to actually check it out, because my mom actually does have a Prime account. So I might be able to actually check it out. Because I could probably just use my mom's Prime. So I probably will be able to actually watch it right away, which is quite interesting, because I can. My mom lets me use her Prime account to buy some stuff, so I can get stuff shipped faster. But I never really used the streaming thing ever. Never really used the streaming thing, because every time when I go on Amazon Prime, like, half the time I'll look up a title and it's like I can't click on it. I have to pay like $2 or something like that, and I'm like, no. So I just like stopped like watching anything on Amazon Prime, because like I just don't get it. So yeah, I just gave up on it. And this is about like 8 months ago when I tried it on my mom's account. But I was like, yeah, I'm not paying money for this, so you can just have this. But yeah. So I'd probably be able to check it out right away whenever it comes up. I don't know. I think they said it was coming up as early as tomorrow. But yeah, it's a quite interesting thing. Like I said, I'm glad this has a happy ending for some of the OG actors that were really pissed. You don't usually get that. And I'm very eager to see some of the new actors that are going to be involved, on how they approach the characters differently from the Funimation voice actors that aren't coming back. From the listings here, Diano Mello, if I'm saying that right, she's now the new Mario. So yeah, they made sure like on the casting to list they made sure to list the OG actors first and list the other actors on the bottom. Oh yeah, that's hilarious. um yeah, this is the selling point. We're the good guys. I love how they did that. I love how they did that. They listed everybody that was from the original cast first before they list all the new actors that replaced all the Funimation actors from the original rebuild dub. They made sure to list the OG actors first as the selling point of the movies, because the selling point of the movie is the OG actors. Because of all the backlash that Netflix got, they could be like, see, we're the good guys. I don't know if that was the reason, but I'm just saying, I just think that was kind of hilarious. But good on Amazon. You know, I don't know. I can't speak from experience on Amazon and how good they are with dubs and whatnot, you know, for anime. But at least right now, I could say this is a first good impression that they're at least willing to bring back, you know, actors from old dubs that they have taken over license for, that they're willing to bring them back. Obviously, with this, they had to have known about the Netflix situation by that point, and so that was probably an easy selling point to bring these guys back, because they probably knew well aware of who they were by that point. So yeah, good on them. I'm happy for, like I said, I'm happy for Tiffany Grant, because, like I said, you guys can go check out my Q&A panel, or the Q&A panel that she did that I recorded. I'll link that, as well as my 6 or 7 minute one-on-one interview I did with her. You know, where she talked about it, and I was even trying to. I was even like, if you guys watch it, you'll see that I'm like trying to, like, you know, yeah, she's definitely coming back. I was trying to, and she was like, no, it's definitely not happening, you know. But it is. I always kind of was letting up hope that she would come back at least for the rebuilds, and I was right. I was kind of half wrong, because I thought Funimation was going to get the 4th movie, because I thought it would make the most sense, since they had 3 movies, and to my understanding it was a different company that did the rebuilds compared to the original anime series. But that didn't obviously happen. But you know, she did end up coming back in the end, so in a way it was a win for everybody. I mean, it wasn't a win if you wanted, like, all of everyone to come back, like, from the Funimation cast, because obviously they did this in LA. I don't know exactly if they traveled there. You know, I know for a fact that Tiffany Grant actually went to LA. You know, flew over. She told me this. That she flew over to Netflix, or wherever the studio was, where they recorded it, the original anime dub, you know, for the redub. She actually flew over there with her own money to do the audition. And obviously, it was useless, because they knew that they weren't going to use her. So, and she also said that was the first time she ever actually auditioned for the character too, which I also thought was kind of interesting, that she never actually auditioned for the character when she got it originally in '97. So I thought that was another interesting thing that she had said. But that was the first time she actually had auditioned for the character. And they just, like, threw it away, like, yeah, no, we're gonna use someone else. But now the laugh is on them, because Netflix, because like I said, if Netflix was really that good, they would have easily gotten the license. And yes, I know it's a bidding war, and whatnot. But if they really would have been, if they really were happy with Netflix, they would have gone with them. And so they obviously were not happy with what Netflix did, and the way they promoted it, and the way everything was handled with the casting and all that. So, nonetheless, it will be interesting to see where this goes. Like I said, congratulations to everyone, the new cast as well. We'll see what they bring to the table from the old dub. And I know there's going to be a lot of comparisons for the first 3 films that were done. The first 3 film dubs that were done. But overall, I think it is pretty important that this happened for everybody. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I'm very happy. I'm really surprised hardly anyone's really talking about it. But nonetheless, very, very good. Very, very good for everybody. And, yeah, let me know what you guys think. Are you excited about this this dub for the 4th movie, as well as the redubs for the first 3 movies? Let me know what you guys think. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell for all the latest content, and comment and rate. And that's about it, guys. Again, links will be in the descriptions about the interview I did with Tiffany Grant back in September 2019, as well as the Q&A panel that she did at the same convention. So, yeah, guys, that's it. I'm out. I'm the S. Ultimate Goku. Moderate. Peace.